name is Ninth Wonder.
Ninth Wonder, y'all.
I'm a producer, professor, DJ, and lecturer as well. I grew up in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I was a kid who walked around with headphones all the time. A lot of people say I'm old-fashioned from the music that I listen to, the ways I was brought up. My mom and dad grew up in the Motown era, and that's where I kind of get it from. So it was a big pressure on myself to finish college to get a degree. When I first approached my mom about being into music, at first my mom wasn't very supportive. She didn't really understand it because she doesn't really understand the whole hip-hop genre and what we do. My goal was to make the best music I possibly can, and to be in the pantheon of great musicians, whether we're talking about Dr. Dre or Burt Bacharach or Led Zeppelin, it didn't matter to me. I just wanted to be a great musician. You kind of got to know the history of something you want to be a part of. For me, I learned from Dylan Madlib, who learned from Pete, who learned from James Brown, who learned from Duke Ellington. Originality especially is big in hip hop. No biting, no jacking styles, none of that. It makes you you. It's your artistic DNA. The three things that you have to do if you want to start right now: learn the history, learn the history, learn the history. You can't be an expert of what you want to be a part of if you know nothing about it. Coaching is very important. I'm a big sports fan. Sports and music are the same. The rules I apply to music, I apply to sports a lot. And you can coach yourself. Nobody's gonna tell you to get up in the morning and make beats. Nobody's gonna tell you to get up in the morning and get on a skateboard. If you wanna do what Shaun White is doing, you gotta get out there and try it every day, all the time, because when you're not, somebody else is. Having a strong mindset comes along with having a strong constitution. And in order to have a strong mindset, your mind has to be very clear. To do what we do takes a credible amount of thinking and creativity, and you need to be very clear on what you wanna do in order for you to eat off what you want to do. The best business is done over a handshake, over dinner, over, okay, we're at the park playing basketball, we're at my man's house listening to hip hop, whatever. That's the best interaction. Those are things that last a lifetime. My goals were, when I was making beats, okay, I'm gonna try to make 25. I had this thing called 30 before Thursday. I start on Monday, and by Thursday, I need to have 30 beats. Because I read in the article that Pete Rock did 25 beats a week, so I'm saying I have to do 30 beats a week. I have to. I set a goal 5 years ago that I said, okay, I want to be able to teach at a university. I want to teach a hip-hop class. I want to be one of the first hip-hop professors. That's what I'm doing right now. Once you have a goal and you see it at the end of the tunnel, everything around you kind of is a blur. The best experience that music has given me is meeting people that's like you. A lot of us that are artists, we feel like we don't belong. Society. Nobody speaks our language. Like regular folk that do 9-to-5 stuff, they don't get what we try to say or what we try to bring across. If you have a love for something, and if it comes from your heart and you press on about it, like things will fall into place for you. Just because you feel like nobody gets you, if you hone in on that craft, that's gonna turn into something. It's gonna manifest over time. It always has. If you have a straightforward path of what you want to do and the goal that you set, if you set it, then you get to that, but when you get to that goal, set a new one. If you want to do this, you really have to go for it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you love it and you have a passion for it, it's like nothing can stop you. It's like you just got to put your head down and keep going. Stop when you're supposed to stop and go when you're supposed to go, but press on no matter what.
Ninth Wonder.
Jay-Z was my first mainstream record. Either 2 or 3 days I was with Jay-Z when I was recording my track on the Black Album. One thing I learned from him is that dare to dream. I never thought I'd be working with Jay-Z, and he kind of made me believe that anything can happen.
That's my homeboy, Ninth.
Murs taught me how to work with somebody who's not like me. Not like me as far as artist, but as far as being a person. Everybody's different with personality. He taught me how to work with somebody and have patience with somebody that's not like me.
Take a minute, girl, come sit down and tell us what's been happening.
Destiny's Child taught me that everything is not what it seems. We come from 2 totally different wavelengths. I'm on the hip hop side, they're on the R&B pop side. Once we got in the studio, it's like we were family. And just because somebody may do different music than you does not mean you can't connect, you can't gel, it doesn't matter. So get past stereotypes you see on TV and whatnot. That's what Destiny's Child taught me. Erykah Badu taught me to think past Earth. And that's the biggest thing Widen your horizons.
And Ninth Wonder is a wizard when it comes to the drums and the bass.
Don't be so closed-minded. Be open to new things and new ideas. Don't take everything face value. That was Erykah Badu. Ludacris taught me business. Be smart with your business. Be very upfront with your business. The things in business you don't want to talk about sometimes that you have to. And that's what Luda taught me. The youth is the future because just from a scientific standpoint, they're going to be here when we aren't. And sometimes we can learn from a child. And I don't think we don't lend ourselves to listen sometimes. Some of these kids have the keys to the future. And I don't think we understand that we're not, like I said, we're not gonna be here forever. They see things from a totally different world than we did. Sometimes we need to shut up and listen, man. The kids are the future, no matter if we wanna see it or not. With kids now, you can be as creative and as open-minded as you wanna do. You can be exactly what you wanna be no matter where you came from. There's no stopping point for you. Some kid is the next president, whether we know it or not. Some 5-year-old in somewhere is gonna be the next president of the United States.